Good morning everyone, this is Bremster and today I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Square Circle by grkles. This is a puzzle that I reached out to and asked if I could do. Well, I asked grkles if I could do a puzzle of his, and this is the one that was recommended. Now, one thing I do want to call out is recently grkles did an interview, a setter spotlight on Memeristor's channel, and I'll try and remember to throw a link to that above and in the description below. And it is well worth going and checking out Memeristor's channel for the interview of setters and the discussions of different things. But it is definitely worthwhile doing, checking out that video in particular and all of the other ones that Memeristor has done. And in that video, grkles, and everyone I know calls him grkles, but said that he's not going to answer a question on how to pronounce his setter name. So I figure and there's no correct way, but he's not actually going to answer that question. So I figure from this point on, it's forever grkles. So this is Squared Circle by grkles. What else is going on the channel? We've just released Caging Constraints, and I hope people have grabbed that pack. The details to that will be below and are working through it. If you wish to submit solution codes and be in the running to win a copy of World of Sudoku Volume 6 by Akash Dulani, then just send in row 3, collect all of the puzzles that you can solve. You don't need to do all of them, and send that through to my email address listed below. Just say that these are your solution codes and list the puzzle name and the row 3 to each of the puzzles that you can do, preferably in one email. I had someone sending one email per puzzle and it eventually got caught by my spam catcher, and that was a problem. Let's have a look at Squared Circle by grkles. So, yeah, it's a fairly simple puzzle. This was rated a 2-star difficulty on LMD when I grabbed it. I haven't, but it wasn't rated yet. So this has been self-rated by the setter himself. So I'm not sure what it is now. So what are the rules? Normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. And then it's arrows. So digits that are placed on arrows will sum to the digit in the arrow's circle and may repeat if allowed by other rules. So these 3 digits, the sum of those will go into that circle. The sum of these 2 will go into that circle, and the sum of all of those will go into that circle. Obviously, this can't be that hard a puzzle because it doesn't have a 5 in the center. That's Sudoku joke that if you don't get, that's fine. This could be a ridiculously hard puzzle, though I'd imagine grkles wouldn't rate it 2 stars if it was particularly hard. So we will find out together. So yeah, I think I've covered everything. Let's give this a shot. So we've got to, well, we have to start with these very long arrows. If you wish to try this puzzle yourself, there'll be a link below as always. So the minimum I can put on those is 6, which would be 1, 2, and 3. And the minimum I could put in those would be 2 1s. So the minimum this can be is an 8. So this has to be 8 or 9. And this is the same. Minimum 6, minimum 1, minimum 1. So this has to be 8 or 9. But one of these has to be 8. So one of these has to be 1, 2, 3 with 1, 1. But if I can't go above 9 on this arrow. So if I made this 7, this would have to be 1, 1. If I made this 6, this would have to be 1, 2. So this has to be 1, 2 with 1, 2, 3, 4, and there has to be a 1, 2 in there, but there can't be a 2 at the top. So there is a 2 across here. This is either 6 or 7, and there is either 1, 2 or 1, 1 in here. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4 with a 1, 2. Can't put a 2 down the bottom. So there's a 2 across here, and this has to be 1, 2 as well. Now, can these be the same? If those were 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3, we've got an X-wing on 2s, so I'm not sure why they couldn't be. There's no obvious reason why they couldn't be. So maybe this row. So if I was to put, well, I can't put, a 7 has to go in one of these circles. So I'm going to break a cardinal rule, and I'm going to, for now, put corner pencil marks in there, because 7 in the row has to be in one of the circles. Because if it's not in one of the circles, then it would be on an arrow, and I'd have to do something higher than 7 in a circle, and 8 and 9 are gone. So 7 is in one of the circles. Now, if I did 6, 1, so if 6 wasn't in the other circle, this would be 6, 1, 7. The other digits, I then have to put 5 as the next highest digit here. And I couldn't do that because 5 would have to be 1, 4, or 2, 3. And I don't have 1 or 2 available because of the 2 here. So if this was 7, 6, 1, I couldn't put 5 on the arrow because I wouldn't have anything to higher, and I couldn't put 5 in the circle. So this has to be 6, 7. And if the 7 was 1, well, I can't put 1, 6 now for the 7. I can't put 2, 5. So the 7 has to be 3, 4. And the 6 is going to be 1, 5. So this is 1, 3, 4, 5. The 6 is going to be 1, 5, and the 7 is going to be 3, 4. But that's the makeup of this line. Solving in the morning. So these are all 2-cell arrows. This is a 3-cell arrow. That's a 9. That has to be a 9. Oh, that's going to do a lot of damage. So the reason this has to be a 9 is because the minimum I can put in here is 6. 1, 2, and 3. Those can't both be 2s. So one of those has to be a 1. Because if they were both 2s plus 6, this would have to be a 10. And it can't be. So one of those, the maximum I can make these is 3. Which means one of them at least has to be a 1. But both of those, that sees all of those, and that sees all of those. So I cannot put a 1 on this arrow. So this is 2, 3, 4. Because that's the minimum digits you can put on a 3-cell arrow without using a 1, and 2, 3, 4 equals 9. That's 2, 3, 4. So this these are both 1s, but this is, which is forced for a couple of reasons. First of all, the 2, 3, 4 sees both of those, so it couldn't put 2 in them. But that 9 makes this 8, which means these both have to be 1. These now have to be 6 and become 1, 2, 3. That is cool. The 2 that is there means that can't be 2. 1 is up here somewhere. No, that is not true. That is absolutely not true. 1 is up here somewhere, but that's not as helpful. 1 is down here somewhere. Now, this is now a 9. So this is either 1, 2, 3 with 1, 2, or 1, 2, 4 with 1, 1. This isn't a 1 anymore. And 1 went with 5 to make 6. Well, hang on a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 5, 6, or 7. It can't be 7, because if this is 7, this is 1, and it can't be 1. So this is 5, 6. So this is 2 or 3. Nine has to be in one of those two by... Oh, 9s can't go on arrows, of course. So 9 could be in any of those 3. Nine is in one of those 2. If 9 is there, 9 is there, 9 is there. Nine is in one of those 3. These are from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Must contain 8 and 9. Oh, wait a minute. This is 1, 2, 3. So if this is 1, 2, 3, this is 4, 5, and this is 9, because I can't put 1, 2, or 3 on this. The minimum digits I've got are 4, 5, which makes this 9, which makes this 9, which puts 9 down here, and I can't put 9 on an arrow, so that becomes a 9. 9 is now not here and is here, so 9 is now in one of those two. 9 is not in those, can't be on an arrow. 9 is in one of those two. 9 is in one of those two. So this can't be 9 anymore. So if this was 1, 2, 3, this would have to be 4, 5, and that's not going to work. It's the same logic as up here. 1, 2, 3 here forces this to be 4, 5. So this can't be 1, 2, 3, because that can't be 9. So this has to be 1, 2, 4. This being 1, 2, 4, of course, means that these both have to be 1 now to make that 9. This has a maximum of 8, and this has a minimum of 3, 5. So this is 8. This is 8. That puts 8 right there. 8 in this box is now here. And 8 is down here. And it can't be on the arrow because it'd be 8, 1, 9. So that's not 8. This is really beautiful flow. 4, 5 means that's not the 4. So 4 is up here. 8 is now down here somewhere. One, 2, 4. That's not 1 anymore. So 1 is on this arrow. So that can't be 9. Because if this was 9, this would have to be 1, 8, and I can't put 8 on this arrow. That's the 9. Oh, that's so cool. That's the 9. And that's the 9. And I think that's all the 9s in the grid. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. That's all the 9s in the grid. So 8. There's lots of places for 8 in this box. 8 can go basically anywhere there. 8 is in one of those two, though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are 6 and 7. That's not 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 6 and 7. These are 5, 6, and 7. Pardon me. That's not 5 because of the 4, 5 pair. This 3, 5 is making that 2, which makes that 6, which makes that 7, and the 7 had to be the 3, 4. So there's no 5 there, there's no 1 there, there's no 3, 4 in there. And this 1 makes that the 5 and that the 1. That 1 means that is not the 1. That is not the 1. This is 2, 3, 4, 5. So these have to be 6 and 7. And that 6 gives me the order. That's the 7 and that's the 6. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are 3, 4, 5. Which means that's not 3. And that's not 4. That's a 1, 2 pair. Two is in one of those two. Hang on, there's a 2, 3, 4 up there. So this is 5, 8. So this is 1, 4, 7. But 4 is not limited to there. Only 1 is. This is a triple, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Okay, difficulty is edging up. Okay, I'm sorry about the interruption. I've got a lot going on in my life at the moment, and I'm trying to keep getting content out, even though I'm having to deal with much more frequent interruptions. So, where was I? Okay, so I think I just put in this 467. Sorry, just making sure I'm recording again. Um, Sorry, it's not helping that I'm getting the distractions, but they are going to happen. So 3 has to go in one of those two, which makes that 4 and that 3. That does mean 4 is down here, but I kind of already knew that. That 3 means there's no 3 in those. That's a 4, 5. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 5. There's no 2 there. There's no 3 there. That's a 5. So that's a 4 and that's a 5. There's no 5 there. There's no 5 there. So that's a 6, 7 pair. That's a 5. So this is 3, 6, and 7. So 8 can't go here because this can't be 1. So this is from 2, 3, 6, 7. So this would be 2 with 7. 3, it can't be 3, 6 because of that 6. So it's not 3. 6 with 3 or 7 with 2. This is a triple. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 is over here. But I already had that. 3 over here, but it could be anywhere. Well, it can't be on the arrow. So 3 is in one of those. Does 3 have to be on the arrow? No, because I could do 2 something on the arrow. Well, actually, 2 has to be down here. But I could go 2, 3, 5 even. Well, this is 6, because 1 plus 5 is 6. So I got that 6. So that is not 6. 6 is in one of those two. So these are 2, 3, 7, and 8. But there's nothing vertically over here that's giving me... Okay, so this circle has a minimum value of 5, because I can't do 3 or 4, because I can't put a 1 on it. And it can't be 9. So this is 5, 6, 7, or 8. Can I eliminate any of those? 5 could be 2, 3. 6 would have to be 2, 4. 7, 3, 6. That works. 7 couldn't be 1, 6, but it could be 2, 5 or 3, 4. And 8 couldn't be 2, 6, so it'd be 3, 5. But all of that seems okay. Hang on, 8 would make that 5, so that'd be 3, that'd be 5, that would be 8. That works with the 3, 5 there, so I don't even see how to eliminate any of those. Am I looking for something like weird X-wings, like 6, 6, 6? Like, is there a finned X-wing in play? Not really? I mean, there's a few 6, 7 pairs in play. But they don't really line up to see anything that might be useful. I mean, is there an arrow-based Y-wing? Like, if this needs to be... If this is 3, this is 6. So if this is 3, this is 2. This is 3. So these become 2, 4, which makes sense. These become 7, 8. So 3, 6, 7, 6, 7, 6. But that doesn't interact with these 1s, 2s, and 3s in any way. Oh, hang on. Let me check something here. That's... So, simple colouring. If this is one of the digits, this becomes the other one. So whatever this is, I don't know if it's 6 or 7, but this will be the other one. Whichever one this is the other one. So these two are the same digit. And whichever one this one is the other one. So those two are the same digit. Whichever this one is the other one. So these 3 are the same digit. And whichever this one is the other one. So these 3 are the same digit. That's it. That and that are 2 different 6, 7s. So if this was a 6 or a 7, that chain would break. So if this was a 6, this would be a 7. This would be a 6, this would be a 7, this would be a 6. And that doesn't work because I started off by putting a 6 here. If this is a 7, this is a 6, this is a 7, this is a 6, this is a 7, and I've broken it because I've got 2 7s in the column. That can't be a 6 or a 7 because it sees both of them. That's a 3. Does that do anything at all? Well, this now is blue. There's a 6, 7 here, so there's no 6, 7 over here. That gives me a 5, 8 pair. This is not a 7. That gives me a 1, 4 pair. So this is a 2, 3 pair. Do I now need to start colouring other digits? I kind of hope not. 3. Well, 8 now has to... Wait a minute. 8 has to go vertically here. Because I can't put 8 on... the biggest this arrow could be is 8. I can't put 8 here anymore because of the 5, 8 pair. So 8 has to go vertically here. So that's not 8. This is 8. This is 8. So 8s are in an X-wing here. If this is 5... This can't be 5 anymore. This has to be the 8. Because if this was 5, this would have to have been 2, 3, because I couldn't use 1, 4, but 2, 3 is here. So this is 8. This is not 8. This is 5. This is 8, which means this has to be 1, 7. So that's the 7 and that's the 1. There's no 7 there anymore. Blue is 6. Blue is now 6. That is absolutely gorgeous. And I can get rid of the colouring because I like to do that. That is now 4. That's 7, that's 6. These are now, let's put the digits in, 4 and 5. And what makes up 8? Well, 4, I would need another 4. That's not going to work. This is 5 and 3. This is 4 and 2. That 4 makes that 2, which makes that 1, which makes that 4. The 4 looks up making that 5 and 4. The 2 looks up making that 3, 1 and 2. The 3 looks across making that 4. And I have yet to resolve that. But there's no 6 here, so there's no 3 here. The 7 looks up making that 2, so that becomes 7. The 2 looks across making that 3 and 2. There is no 2 in either of those, and that 4 makes that 3 and 4. That was absolutely stunning down here. Very, very cool. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which hasn't broken this open. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. This 6 makes this 3 and this 6, which looks back making this 2 and this 3. These rows are complete now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is the final digit. No, it's not, because I haven't resolved those. This 3 looks down, making this 5, and the final digit I put in is a 3. And that did take a little bit longer than the timer on the thing because I had to go and take a phone call and help someone out. That was incredibly cool. And actually, I think the fact that you ended up with all these 6, 7 pairs did actually telegraph it. I just was looking at the wrong thing. That was very, very cool. Um, 2 star? Yeah, I would probably rate it differently, but I'll leave that up to each individual solver to judge it for themselves. Thank you, grkles, for sending that one through. I really do appreciate it. I know most people call you grkles, but you said anything is right. grkles, grkles, I don't know, something. Grkles, thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. I'm not trying to offend anyone here. I'm just trying to be a bit of a clown. Yep, I hope everyone enjoyed the puzzle and the videos, and I hope you're giving caging constraints a try. I hope grkles gives caging constraints a try. And I really do hope that you go and check out Memeristor's showcase. Set a spotlight for grkles as well, because it was a really good interview and I learned a lot. Thank you everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.